So we have some big updates upcoming. The Korea server just got their updates notes, which includes weapon balancing. They also have a bunch of new skins coming, which we will get as well, along with more details with the actual Christmas event. So let's get into everything. Now, to quickly add to the Winter Festival news video that I just covered yesterday, we can see that the event lasts until January the 9th. These are the details here with regards to the different types of foods you can obtain and what the profile frame will actually look like. Now, the cosmetics we'll be getting will be like this hat, this hood, and this armor toy. Again, the profile frame, the title, and this is going to be a bit different to us. Instead of getting, say, artifacts, we'll be getting skill books, and we're not likely to get runes here either, as we just got the update. But there will be that golden fishing bait, which they did say you'd be able to get, say, 10 million solent, but the details are here, where in actual fact, it's a chance to get 10 million solent when you open, say, the golden fish. Probably in the most times you're going to get 100,000. And if you're really lucky, yes, 10 million. The buff that you can get from Gigantrite will be this right here, lasting 60 minutes, and it's a 10% boost to your solent gain, abyss consumption efficiency, and XP gain. There are like 6 different events during this Christmas event. One is pretty much decorating the tree in the towns, receiving gifts. 2 is doing the snowball fight as an Amatoy, 6v6 PvP game mode. You need to pick up snowballs to get them. If you kill enemies, you get snowballs. You can hold a maximum of 50. If your health goes to 0, you turn into a snowman. The matches last 7 minutes or until a team reaches 20 points. 1 point per kill, and sometimes somebody will be designated and there'll be 2 points on a kill. The next event is finding those gift thieving goblins. You kill them and they pretty much just give you a bunch of rewards, including some event food. The next event is getting the buff from Gigantrite, and the 4th event is catching those golden fish and decorating your Amatoy house, with the 5th event being able to hop on a ship to just watch the sunrise. And the final event is attendance. So you'll just log in and get some free rewards here to decorate trees in the villages and get rewards. But let's jump back to the December 11th update notes. This again is for Korea and very likely for us either this week or in a week or 2. The set of dungeon trials will be switching over. Not confirmed we get these ones because we don't even have this other dungeon unlocked yet. You can see we currently have Island of Terror and Void Waste, and that's changing in like less than 2 days. But we get into the weapon specific balance updates. This changes the dagger poison injection when you use, say, lightning infusion, that the maximum endurance reduction effect will be now 800 instead of stacking between everybody. Because when you have that skill maxed out with lightning infusion, it can reduce your target's endurance by 400. And since that can stack between multiple people, you can have negative thousands of endurance and just get melted. That is still a lot, because at least in tier 1, you can't get much more than that in endurance. At least if you're trying to get multiple types. Then the translation is pretty bad here, but that's the spear. With the Ghost Storm, which translates to death from above for us, they've made it so that the fear effect will now properly take targets out of being, say, in stealth with camouflage, which actually makes this ability quite a bit more lethal. You can't just stealth up and run away. And they fixed it so that it won't just go on cooldown if you cancel it before you start, say, jumping. With a fatal blow, I would assume that's Mortal Wrath. The additional damage has been changed to properly trigger of the same damage type as the triggered effect. Then your Onslaught, which I believe is Vicious Fury. This incorrectly stated it could be used up to 2 additional times within 1 second. It's supposed to be just 1 additional time. And then just some tooltip updates here with these abilities to show the proper full duration. Then with your longbow, they changed what is, say, Swirling Arrow, where it was not affected by, say, weakened duration. I believe this is Hour's Vortex with the Tornado effect. Then the staff, they fixed Frozen Tomb, where the effect wasn't displayed in certain situations. And that's pretty much it for the weapon updates. With your equipment and stat sets, they added a button that allows you to move sets by clicking, and they done the same for skill quick slots. Now with your dimensional dungeons and rewards, they've added penalties for rejecting and leaving the party matchmaking. You can see that right here. When the penalty is applied, you will not be able to attempt matchmaking for a certain duration. 1 time will be 3 minutes, 2 times 5 minutes, all the way up to 6 times equals 60 minutes. The rewards available when successfully clearing a dungeon by matching with the random party matchmaking has been changed. You will receive a soul shard selection box, not a soul shard of the dungeon. The random matchmaking reward obtained when successfully clearing a dungeon after random matchmaking is the same as before. This just means it doesn't matter at all what dungeon you clear. If I go and queue up random, I complete the dungeon I will get a selection chest of those 4 shards versus getting them of that specific dungeon. Right now, if I do my random dungeon queue and I get, say, Cursed Wasteland, I'm going to get 4-dimensional soul shards of Shaikal plus this party matchmaking bonus reward. Now, with this new change, instead of getting these soul shards from Shaikal, I'm going to get 4 selection chests. So I'll be able to choose any soul shard. So it becomes irrelevant what dungeon I get other than the actual, say, gear drops in there. So this just helps incentivizing even further to run it as random matchmaking, because it even more so doesn't matter what dungeon you actually get. So that's honestly a good thing, and hopefully people won't be too hurt by the penalties. They've also gone and relaxed the conditions for weekly missions. So the number of times to complete a challenge dimension mission to receive a reward has been changed. Currently it's like 5th and 10th time, now it'll be just the 3rd and 7th time. They've made some changes with the guild summoning and resurrection stones. I believe you only get revive immunity for 3 seconds now. They've also changed the area where resurrection immunity has become removed. So as soon as you enter this area, you will no longer have resurrection immunity at all, making it harder to get to the throne room. You can't just run past everybody now, being immune to taking damage. They added 12 rare grade fish species to your fishing catalog, and rare fish can only be caught in famous spots within the game. And they added cooking requests. Not sure what that will be about. There are some cooking recipe changes here, but I don't believe we have all of those, as we don't have above level 20 cooking recipes just yet. But now let's have a look at the new skins we're getting. As per Korea, it's labeled as new product information for Wednesday, December the 11th. We will be getting this skin too, as they posted the trailer of the Christmas event, and we can clearly see that the character is wearing that skin, and they do a good job of showing off a lot of them in here too. But we can see a lot more with this blog. This is how the skin will look like for a female character. There are different variants of it, like stripping the decoration or adding different ones like a bit of a cape. You can even roll down the stockings a bit, or have longer decorated ones with longer sleeves too, or even have them like this. Then for the male character, this is how it will look. Again, different variants with the different decorations. I assume some of these you're going to have to purchase additionally. That seems how they do this skin system. Don't know how many you will get by default. You can of course change the colors. These are some examples here in the female character, and then some for the male character. There are also some different headdress options, and you can see them here for the male character too. There's a new avatar frame, and then the new weapon skins. So the great sword, the sword and shield, the daggers, the crossbows, the longbow, the staff, your wand and book, and then the spear. And there will be like a new ammo toy as well. And that's pretty much everything for this blog. Korea will be getting a sale with all of the previous spear skins. Quite a few of them we haven't got, say, the skins yet for our other weapons too, so we're unlikely to get all of them. But this one for spear looks pretty cool. But that's ultimately it. And if you're wondering, this skin is a Korean skin, and we aren't likely to get it for a while. Once again, a special thank you to all my channel members for their extra support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.